mass event. In the last episode, we got the last bit of our party. So now we're moving on, and what happens now? Might be good to go talk to
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I pulled your boots out of the fire.
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I get you top of my class in flight school.
Okay.
I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single.
I'm sorry, Joker.
You mean, okay, I've got even put the Normandy in my
That's
hands and I'll
what you
make
say
a
to him.
dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Ooh, a gunnery station. That's cool. Ooh, I have a locker. Neat.
Commander, do you have a minute?
I always make time for my officers.
Off the record, I think there's something wrong here. This Saren is looking for records on some kind of galactic extinction, but we can't get backup from the Council? Sorry, Commander. There's writing on the wall here, but someone isn't reading it.
The Council doesn't want to believe anything's wrong. I'd call it human nature, but
I hear you. It just seems like a group that's been around as long as the Council should see this coming. It's funny, we finally get out here and the final frontier was already settled. And the residents don't even seem impressed by the view. Or the dangers.
well, you're a romantic. Did you sign on for the dream, Malenko? Secure a man's future in space?
Yeah, I read a lot of those books when I was a kid, where the hero goes to
Aw.
space to prove himself worthy of a woman he loves, or, you know, for justice. Or maybe I was a romantic in the beginning, but I thought about it after brain camp. Biotic acclimation and temperance training. I'm not looking for the dream. I just want to do some good. See what's out here. Sorry if I got too informal. Protocol wasn't a big focus back in Bot.
Tell me about it.
Biotic acclimation and temperance didn't last past the airlock. To the kids they hauled in, it was brain camp. Sorry, hauled in is unkind. We were encouraged to commit to an evaluation of our abilities so an understanding of biotics could be compiled.
Oh.
There are worse results of accidental exposure to element 0 in the womb. Beats the brain tumors some kids grew up with.
Is there some question about how you were exposed?
My mother was downwind of a transport crash. It was before there were human biotics, a little after the discovery of the Martian ruins.
Oh.
It only gets iffy around 63 when kinetics was running out of first-gen subjects. Until then, they'd relied on accidentals. A bunch of guys in suits show up at your door after school, and next thing you know, you're out on Jump Zero.
Jump Zero's a long way from home. What was it like?
The grand gateway to humanity looks a lot better in the vids. Anyway, this was supposed to be a casual debrief, not a bull session about stuff that happened years ago.
I wanted to get to know you a little better, that's all. Thanks for the talk, Caden.
Well, you're welcome, man. You, make a habit of getting this personal with everyone?
Of course, but I don't enjoy it with everyone. We'll talk again later.
I'll need some time to process that, Commander. But, yeah, I'd like that.
Uh-oh. Well? Oops. Guess those are for mostly. Oh, okay.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record. Over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain.
Ugh.
There's a long list of horrific side effects. Caden's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Huh. Migraines are not lucky.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined.
You read too many romance
But humanity
books.
needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse. And the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
Aww.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Oh, hello.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I never properly thanked you for saving me from the Geth, Commander. If you hadn't shown up,
I'm just glad we got there in time.
so am I. I know you took a chance bringing me aboard this ship. I have seen the way your crew looks at me. They do not trust me. But I am not like Benezia. I will do whatever I can to help you stop Saren. I promise.
Don't worry, Liara. I trust you. I know you won't let me down.
It means a lot to hear you say that, Commander. Thank you.
Subtext, don't let me down.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab somewhere.
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study.
Oh,
No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
I think you're adorable.
Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people.
God, she's
Please,
so cute.
just pretend this conversation never happened.
Do you know why Benezia joined up with Saren?
I don't understand it. She was always outspoken about the need for the Asari to become more involved in shaping galactic events. Maybe she thought allying herself with Saren would somehow be for the greater good in the long run. At least I hope so.
This hurts you, doesn't it?
None of this makes any sense to me. I have not spoken to Benezia in many years, but I know her, and this was not like her. Something changed.
I'd like to know more about the Asari.
Yeah, tell me more.
We were the first species to discover the Citadel. We were instrumental in forming the Council, and we always strive to be the voice of peaceful cooperation in galactic disputes. My people believe we are all part of a single galactic community. Each species contributes something to the greater whole. Although we seek to understand other species, it seems few of them seek to understand us. The galaxy is filled with rumors and misinformation about my people.
Like what?
Most of the inaccuracies are centered around our mating rituals. My species is monogendered. Male and female have no real meaning for us.
Huh.
We still require a partner to reproduce. This second parent, however, may be of any species and any gender.
I don't understand. Your species can mate with anyone?
Mating is not quite the proper term, not as you understand it. Physical contact may or may not be involved, but it is not an essential element of the union. The true
Interesting.
connection is mental. Our physiology allows us to meld with other beings. We can touch the very depths of their minds. We explore the genetic memory of their species. We share the most basic elements of their individual and racial identities. We then pass these traits on to our daughters. It is how we learn to grow as a species and how we develop a greater understanding of other races.
What happens to your partner after the union?
Every relationship is different. Some unions are a single encounter with both parents parting ways afterwards. Others can be more long-term. Sometimes an Asari and her partner will stay together for many decades.
Do you know who Matriarch Benezia chose as her partner?
She rarely spoke of her partner, though I know my father, if you want to use that term, was another Asari.
I thought you always needed another species to serve as one of the parents.
Think about it, Shepard. If we were not able to mate with our own species, we would have died out long before we ever mastered spaceflight and left our homeworld. Union with our own kind is no longer common, not for the purposes of reproduction. Most Asari believe it weakens our species. Asari daughters inherit racial traits from the father species. If both parents are Asari, then nothing has been gained, or so conventional wisdom would hold. I am what is sometimes called a pureblood. Though no Asari would ever be cruel enough to say the word to my face, it is a great insult among my people.
Wow.
It is possible Benezia's
That's bad.
partner was embarrassed by their union. She may have been too ashamed to publicly acknowledge me as her offspring.
Maybe she wanted to meet you but couldn't. Something could have happened to her. Maybe she passed away.
You might be right. I hope you are. But I have no way to know for sure. Benezia never spoke of her partner. Whatever happened, it caused her too much pain to dwell on it. She raised me by herself, though that is not uncommon. Many Asari raise their children alone, particularly if the father species is short-lived. Often the partner will pass on long before the child reaches maturity.
You Asari live for 1,000 years. What happens when your partner dies?
Few sapient species live as long as my kind. We have learned to take a philosophical approach to our unions. We do not focus on the inevitable loss of our partners. Instead, we enjoy the time we spend with them. And even after they're gone, A part of them lives on in us. The Union is a connection that transcends both time and space.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
I like to talk to everybody if I can. Okay. Doesn't do. That's deck 2. That's the deck 2. I've been. Go next. Go to fair. Might be interesting. Why I keep feeling Vector. Area. Said the pass.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander Shepard, my name is Nasana Dantius. I have a job for you. I can't say any more in an unsecured communication. If you're interested in hearing my offer, meet me on the Citadel so we can talk in person.
Huh.
I'll be waiting in the Diplomat's Lounge on the Presidium.
Okay. Well, about we go there then. What we need? Diplomat's Lounge. Citadel. Off to the Citadel we go. So those things seem like they basically work like railgun? Kinda cool. The Citadel. Supposedly constructed by the long extinct Prothean, this colossal deep space station's the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1 G's on the boards and a light Presidium ring. Huh, cool. rest of the Oh, bless you. Like it's. Oh. Got Liara. I think that's it, right? Oh, there's a deck. Gosh, that ship is huge. It feels huge anyway. I'm gonna guess everybody else is down on Tech 3. Ah, here we go. Yes, there are people.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
Huh. Well, fun.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
I heard about that. You know, they almost did the same to us.
It's not the same.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation?
Oh.
An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth?
Oh.
And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
That's messed up.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Sorry, Rex. I wasn't trying to get you upset.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me, Shepard. As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Oh.
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
That was the end of the conversation. Right.
Shepard.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details.
Oh.
They made it.
Okay.
All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected, every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
He is good.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
That's so messed up.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight.
Ah.
So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Nice of him to talk. Oh, hey, I can go for their lockers. I'm properly equipped. That's cool. Person.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking. They're family, right?
I think she's being straight with us. Or at least I don't think she lies very often.
Yeah, she's probably really bad at it.
Oof.
Hey, want me to ask her about her sex life? Might be illuminating.
I don't think she's used to teasing, good-natured or otherwise.
No fun, Commander. Too bad those ruins got destroyed.
You're rude.
I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
Sure. I was hoping to get a minute of your time. Off the record.
Is this duty-related, Chief?
No, ma'am. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
I know things are different aboard the Normandy, but I'm concerned about the aliens, Vicarian and Rex. With all due respect, Commander, should they have full access to the ship?
They may not serve the Alliance, Chief, but they're allies. At least as far as Saren goes.
This is the most advanced ship in the Alliance Navy. I don't think we should give them free rein to poke around the vital systems. Engines, sensors, weapons.
You don't trust the Alliance's allies?
I'm not sure I'd call the Council races allies.
Oof.
We, humanity, have to learn to rely on ourselves.
Standing up for ourselves doesn't mean standing alone.
I don't think we should turn down allies. I just think we shouldn't bet everything on them staying allies. As noble as the council members seem now, if their backs are against the wall, they'll abandon us.
Damn.
You got a pessimistic view of the universe, Williams.
A pessimist is what an optimist calls a realist. Look, if you're fighting a bear and the only way for you to survive is to sick your dog on it and run, you'll do it. As much as you love your dog, it isn't human. It's not racism,
What?
not really. Members of their species will always be more important to them than humans are.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but there are a lot of humans that have fought bears and even crocodiles for their dogs. So... I don't know how she'd feel about that one.
These seem like deeply held beliefs, Williams. What made you think this way?
My family's defended the Alliance since it was founded. My father, grandfather, great-grandmother, they all picked up a rifle and swore the oath of service. I guess we just tend to think of Earth's interests as our own.
All right, I can see where your concerns are coming from, Williams. But this is a multilateral mission. You're gonna have to work with aliens, like it or not.
It won't be a problem, Commander. You say jump, I say how high. You tell me to kiss a Turian, I'll ask which cheek.
I don't think kissing Turians will be necessary.
You never know, Commander.
You never know.
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am.
Okay. She's fun. A little bitter, but that's fine.
Commander, nice work out there. I knew working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
You knew?
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
For the most part, the rules are there for a reason.
Maybe. But sometimes it feels like the rules are only there to stop me from doing my work. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
Alright.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it later.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. It's a chance for me to get off the Citadel, see how things are done outside CSEC. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without CSEC headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
If getting the job done means endangering innocent people, then no. We get the job done right, not fast. Got it?
I wasn't trying to... I understand, Commander.
Huh?
Commander, how are you?
Why did you want to be a CSEC officer in the first place?
That's a good question. There were several reasons, I guess.
Like what?
Probably the same as most officers. I wanted to fight injustice, wanted to help people. I guess my father had something to do with it too. He was CSEC, one of the best. I grew up hearing about his accomplishments or seeing his picture on the vids after a big arrest. He's taking my resignation pretty hard.
That's tough. But you'd think he'd be impressed you're going after Saren.
My father's a CSEC man to the bone. Do things right or don't do them at all, he says. He thinks I'm being too rash, too impatient. He's worried I'll become just like Saren. actually talked me out of becoming a Spectre when I was younger, for the same reasons.
Wait, what?
You were asked to be a Spectre.
Well, I was targeted as a possible Spectre candidate, me and about 1,000 other Turian military recruits. I could have received special training, but my father didn't like it.
Oh.
He despises the Spectres. He hates the idea of someone having unlimited power with no accountability. He wouldn't like you, Commander. No offense.
All
I
right.
suppose I can understand his concern.
You can. But Saren's not going to play by our rules, C-Sec's rules.
Oh.
If you want to nail Saren, you need to send someone who isn't restricted by policies and procedures.
Just because you can break the rules doesn't mean you should. I don't need to stoop to Saren's level to stop him. And neither do you, Garrus.
Yeah.
I see what you mean, but I'll think about it. Thanks, Commander.
Huh. Interesting.
Commander, good to see you.
Alright, looks like I've discussed everything.
Commander?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
Okay.
Dismissed, Chief.
That's cool.
Ma'am?
Some of them stopped talking,
Shepard,
and I guess some of them be able
Rex?
to talk. I already talked to Rex about all.
Hey, Commander.
Requisitions.
Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
Just a minute.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
Equipment. Probably do this whenever I have people with me. That's everybody, I think. There is someone down. Ta-da! Cool. Holy crap. No need.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do.
Yep.
She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
I figured she'd be a real asset to the team.
You've got an eye for Tally, Commander, but I'm guessing that's not why you came down here.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
You can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Oh.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space.
True.
Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster than light travel?
Cranking up to FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks. As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare. Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Oh. That's...
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed. And she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
Proportionally, it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Huh.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo. Only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
That's neat. Ollie,
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
she's so cute.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian. The migrant fleet is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
What? That's
I
crazy.
can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly. We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla. Grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival.
That's a big number.
The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child.
Oh.
If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed.
Huh.
In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births, though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction. The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Huh.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks,
bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
How come the Council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal.
Oh.
The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
So the Geth share brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
What made them rebel?
As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose?
Ooh, uh-oh.
As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long.
Good point.
The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves. It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Hey, you can't blame them for fighting for their survival.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld. We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the veil. Now we drift through space, exile searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
Huh.
But no ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when the gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey. We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
Oh.
By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Hello.
Like what?
Now, what the fuck is the... Oh god, chat. I just want to strangle it. It keeps putting people in fucking game chat when you sign into it.
What's going on?
Game chat. It was doing it to Wolf. You sign into a party and it
See you
puts you
later.
in game chat.
Oh.
We couldn't load your source details. What the fuck? Storage.
What'd you need?
I just seeing what you're up to.
Huh.
Seeing you up.
Dylan?
I'm playing with a computer trying to figure out what in the hell. Habib tried to get my mom.
Eh?
And I don't, so she called some tech help service before Christmas.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up making her buy a new computer, and I got her old one.
Oh.
But it's like the storage is screwed up on it. It has no... Wow, how is there 118 gigabytes?
Okay.
I got 108... yeah, go ahead, sorry.
Are you noticing any issues that might be due to a bug? Like, a virus?
I don't know, because I don't know what... She got locked... She supposedly got a bug. And she called this guy, and it was some stinking towelhead who tried... I let him know I would report his number to the FBI. He hung up rather quickly. Yeah, he tried to get my mom to... Thank God I was home. She's like, can you go up to Walgreens? I'm like, for what? She's like, she needs you to buy a card.
Oh.
I went, huh? What do you, I said, give me the phone.
Oh, boy.
And I grabbed it and I said, I was instantly pissed. I went, Habib, why are you trying to get money out of my mom? You know there's no such thing as a security card. And I'm not letting her go buy a Visa to send you money. Oh, no, it's a I go, dude, I've been doing this longer than you're alive. I'm like, I know the scam. There's no such thing as a security card. You're gonna, when she gets there, you're gonna tell her to go buy the Visa. Because they don't have it, they're out of security cards, it'll do the same thing. No. Now, I have your number, and I'm gonna give it to the FBI. That is not necessary. I'll let you go. Bye. Click, and he hung up.
Alright, so what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to get something like, I recommend Malwarebytes, and you're going to want to run a scan. What that scan is going to do is it's going to look for any kind of virus on your computer, and it's going to give you the option to isolate it all. It sounds like you might have some files that are hiding themselves and it's taking up space, but you can't see them. That's been my experience in the past, anyway.
It doesn't even run like YouTube videos without crashing.
Yeah, that's.
It keeps giving me some memory error bullshit. It's saying that the memory is maxed out on this thing, and I wiped everything out on this thing. See, at least to my knowledge, I wiped everything out, but it's still saying it's at like. I just looked at the system saying that the memory is just full. I'm like, that's impossible.
Have you run a factory reset?
Good luck with that on this computer. It's a HPC purchase.
Is it a laptop or is it a desktop?
Yeah, it's a crap HP. It was like just under $400. So it doesn't have. I mean, I get it's not a great PC, but I should be able to. It should be able to run without crashing every 10 minutes.
Yeah, that's saying it's probably a virus. Because
and that's what she initially thought she had, and I'm like.
I mean, she probably did, and then the person she called certainly doesn't sound like they fixed the problem.
Why is it logging? What I don't get is why it's logging in as my mom when I wiped her out and put me in. Let's see here. What? Okay, close. I get this. Oh, that's not. Let's do. We'll start with a restart. I don't even have a background. I have my icons on a black screen.
Is it running 10 or 11?
I want to say 11.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 11. That's just.
Not gonna like this.
I'm just looking at my old folder from when I got married, and I'm going, I really wish I could use you. And I have a distributor's copy of Deluxe XP. I miss those days. I kept it for the nostalgia of it. Wow, it's not even restarting. Oh god. It's just sitting here spinning, saying restarting. I'm like... Okay, you know what? Okay. HP, we've made progress. How's your game going?
It's going. I'm in it.
Still in the Citadel?
I actually just well. I had a lady go meet up. She's. I think I have my.
Oh, the sisters. So you went and got Liara?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to have your crew at this point. Okay, computer. Okay, well, at least I got a background picture this time. Let's see here.
Looking for supplies?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
Got some good news today.
Really?
The surgeon said they got all cancer and it hadn't spread to his lymph nodes. From my dad, so he still thinks the he goes to the blood doctor tomorrow. He may put him on like a 6 to 9 week low dose of radiation just to be sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't really think he needs chemo or nothing. But they said they got it all. It's not his lymph node, so alright. Now we gotta take him tomorrow morning. He finally got a room in a rehab / nursing home. So he's spent 3 to 5 days there, and then they're gonna evaluate him and see. Like, he can't he can't physically take care of himself.
Yeah.
As far as going to the bathroom, taking a shower, he can't do it. So it's like, gotta get to the point where you can do that, or you can't be at home. We don't have anybody who can take care of him that way. Okay, so search, explore.
equalizing interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Rear Admiral Mihailovic, 5th Fleet.
Commander Shepard, SSV Normandy.
You don't know who I am, do you, Commander?
I command the 63rd Scout Flotilla. You and the Normandy were slated for my unit after shakedown.
And the Council got their paws, claws, tentacles, whatever. They got them on our ship and you.
I still serve the Alliance, sir. As a Spectre, I can advance our interests to the Council.
You still know what color your blood is, Shepard? I don't begrudge the politician's decision to throw you to the Council. It's an opportunity. I do begrudge this over-designed piece of tin, though.
Hey.
You don't approve of the Normandy's design?
This experiment.
Your system does not have enough free disk space to sell my
we could have had a heavy cruiser.
Oh, dear Lord.
But no,
Oh,
we are nice to the
okay,
Turians. Throw money at a co-developed boondoggle. I'm here to make an inspection, Commander. Normandy is an Alliance warship. I intend to see she's up to snuff.
That awful thunder.
Windows update attention. Oh God. I don't know.
We'd be honored to show her to you, Admiral.
This stuff.
I'll just bet. Wait here. I won't be long.
I'll probably have to take it to everybody's house.
Commander, I'm not happy.
Let the tech geek look at it.
Who designed that CIC? Putting the commander aft of everyone else is inefficient. What if he needs to discuss with the operators toward the bow?
I agree, sir. But I don't see what my crew can do about it. That's something you fix in dry dock.
No, Commander. That's something you get right the first time. I had to shake my head at that drive core of yours. 120 billion credits of element 0 to make this thing able to move without giving itself away. You realize we could make drive cores for 12,000 fighters with that money? What good is it to hide for a few hours anyway? Useless.
We can loiter in an enemy system and monitor traffic, or drop infiltration teams on enemy worlds. Normandy could be more effective than the Solarian STG.
Maybe. But that's not the job of a proper warship. We're supposed to find and kill the enemy fleet, not count how many times their garrison goes to the bathroom. And we need to talk about your crew, Commander. Krogan? Asari? Turians?
Yeah, because it's saying I've got
Commander? You can't
using
allow alien
117
nationals free
gigabytes
access
of
to Alliance
118.
equipment.
I'm like, there ain't no way.
Is everything you...
Oh, I just want to get it working. There's nothing I care about.
I'm not gonna
I
lie
was
to you.
I was happily excited when I remembered my 25-year-old Steam account password. And I got into Steam. I was like, no shit. Last game I played was a racing game. Back in 2008, I think it said.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Bella might know better, but I would probably wipe it.
Oh yeah, I just don't. The selected files downloads. What the hell? So there's system recovery. Yeah, just fucking wipe it. I don't care. That's only 201 megabytes. What the fuck? That's not telling me why I'm.
If you have a computer that has no space left, but you don't know what's taking up that space, would you factory?
Not immediately, but you can always go into like the C drive and try to determine what's taking up the space.
I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah, you can like I think it's like right click on the C drive and.
Yeah, except that where the hell do you? Okay, I'm gonna be.
I'm sorry you disapprove, sir.
You have anything else to say, Commander? Any other justifications for the state of this vessel?
The thing I want to say.
None, sir.
Very well.
Why can't
Your
you see
opinions
it?
have some merit, Commander.
I got
I'll
it.
take them into consideration when I write my report to the Joint Military Command. Not that I
Partition
expect
4.
them to do anything about it.
Well,
Too many interests.
and then it says Windows C. Windows C says 118 gigabytes of NTFS BitLocker encrypted. No idea what that means.
Systems, setting systems, and then
Buddy,
you should have
I know we
like,
didn't
somewhere that says recovery or reset. You could
It's
also
okay.
probably just
We can label this.
search reset piece.
Chill and chat with everybody.
Yeah.
So if you like what you saw,
So if you just
please feel
search
free to check out
reset
more.
in
And
the little search
come
bar at
tune
the
in
bottom,
whenever we're live
Okay.
on
you should be able
Twitch.
to
We
click
love the
on
company.
something that says
And if you want
reset
things
this
a little
PC
spicier,
with the
check out our
Reset.
theme. Well,
Reset.
have a good night.
Okay.